removing Garnacho in that game was not the best decision. Maresca, for you to have removed Garnacho for Gittins in that game was not the best decision. Garnacho been there the game now. Wait till we dey talk. Garnacho been dey play ball. Garnacho was in that game. What I expected was that in that midfield, James was holding on to ball so much. And if care was not taken, he would have gotten seriously injured, like we saw. He would have gotten seriously injured because he was holding on to ball so much in the midfield, so he was not releasing ball on time, and then the tackles were coming his way. So the best thing Maresca would have done was brought in Lavia and take James to his natural position. That would have been the perfect substitution. And in that ball, look for a way to remove Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto was not in that game. Maresca would have brought in Estavo very fast, early on in that game. That game would have been balanced if Maresca had brought in Estavo in that game early on. The pressure would have been reduced from James. James would have connected very well with Estavo in that right flank. But what did my coach do? He went and brought out Garnacho and brought in Gittins. Fine, Gittins is a young boy, yeah, but then he is inexperienced. Garnacho don't play EPL tire. Garnacho understands EPL very well. Do you understand? Garnacho knows what to do. Look at the chances that Gittins missed. I'm not saying that Gittins cannot score goals, but I doubt if Garnacho would have missed those chances. Clearly, I doubt. I don't know how you prove that to me. I don't know how you would defend that. But I am telling you this, that with what I saw in that game, I doubt if Garnacho would have missed all of those chances. He wouldn't have. Chelsea, we were not clinical in front. See, if say one goal been no day, I'm over for draw that game, or probably would have lost that game. It was so important that we won that game, such that we will move up on the table. That winning was so important to us, and we didn't just want to win. We expected more goals so that our goal difference will help us. Because right now on the table, we have many teams on 17 points. So settling for 17 points was not the best. Goal difference would have made us stood out. So we wanted more goals in that game. So what I saw was, if Garnacho was there and pairing him alongside Joao Pedro, there is no way they wouldn't have scored more goals in that game. So Gittins, I'm not saying he played so bad, but he wasn't clinical. So I felt if Garnacho was in that game, look at the attack, he was in the game. So substituting Garnacho was not the best. In fact, Gittins had played full game during the Carabao Cup. So it was expected that Garnacho would have played full 90 minutes. That was why Garnacho was sad when he was substituted. Clearly, he was not happy. If now you know go vex, he was not happy. He was enjoying his game. Fans were happy with what he was playing. Garnacho was in that game. The person that would have come into that game was Lavia. Gusto would have gone. James would have played his natural position. I'm not saying Gusto did not do it, but everybody cannot play the game. Malagusto would have gone out. Taking out Malagusto at that 9 minutes was not even the best thing he would have. He would have done it since. Estaba would have been introduced in that game since. Because clearly, Pedro Neto was tired. He was tired. He was fatigued. He was running. Fine, he did his best. But that was not the energy we wanted. That game was intense. So we wanted a fresh energy.